Today we're going to be talking about shooting with your dominant hand only. And there are a couple things that seem to work for me and seem to work for the folks that we teach at On Target Training. So by no means is my solution the be-all end-all. I'm simply sharing an opinion. There are many different points of view on this. Some people believe that if you're shooting one-handed, you just bring your gun up and you just shoot one-handed. I believe that having a slightly forward aggressive grip and canting the gun just slightly so that the gun is in alignment with the bones in my arm allow me to be a little more precise and have better control of the gun. So the other thing I like to do is I like to bring my left hand or my support hand basically into a position against my body. Why do I do this? Well, I do this in a training environment to keep my appendages out of the way of my muzzle. So by getting it up here, I do that. I also am locking my body a little bit in terms of a little tension in my core to really lock the gun down as much as I can. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. Now, there are some people who believe that you simply, shoot and let your arm hang to the side, because if it were injured, that's probably true. So I recommend practicing both ways, but I'm going to show you the technique that we use. So at 10 yards down there, I've got steel plates, and we're just going to use those as our target point. As I get a firing grip on the gun, one of the things that I want to do is make sure I have a good grip, right? So the gun doesn't leave my holster until I've got a good firing grip. Then my body's going to be slightly forward, my left arm's going to be here, and the gun is going to be canted slightly. Again, this is what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, do whatever works for you. I'm not hung up on that. Okay, so I've got my gun out. You can see I've got an aggressive grip. I've got a slight forward. Okay, I'm 10 yards away, I'm hitting 6-inch plates one-handed, okay? Not a big deal. Did I miss? I missed. And I put that in video so you guys can see that we all, as shooters, will miss a target. When I miss, I immediately self-assess. What did I do wrong? I know exactly what I did wrong. I pressed the trigger when my sights weren't aligned. That's all it was. So that's a quick look on shooting dominant hand. And that's all dependent on doing the same fundamentals that you do when you have two hands. Good grip on the gun, good aggressive stance, front sight focus, align with the rear sights, pressure trigger straight back along the axis of the bore, and reset the trigger after each shot. That's the way it looks. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, or any of the videos that we do, click the thumbs up icon, share it with your friends and family. If you don't like the video, that's cool. Tell us why, tell us how we can do a better job for you, our subscribers. And finally, and as always, stay safe.